see. And Nimwa and her girls will be up to it. My favorite. You wouldn't want to miss it for anything as well. Yeah? Are you ready to experience the magic of Africa? It's all happening at Accra International Arts and Craft Market 2025. The venue is the W.E.B. Du Bois Memorial Center for Pan-African Culture Cantonments. And the theme is from local hands to global market, empowering African artisans for export success. It's all throughout this week to the 26th of October 2025. 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Experience the magic of Africa. Shop unique handmade jewelry, decor, fashion, and craft. All proudly made in Africa. Meet artisans, discover authentic designs, and celebrate African creativity. Tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. there will be an online art workshop. How to become a professional artist and how to become an exporter as well. On Saturday, we'll have the Wellness and Celebration Day, Pink October Health and Breast Screening, free health checks for men and women as well, and the Gala Night, strictly by invitation. If you want to find out more, you can call 0597 387179. The event is proudly brought to you by the Accra Arts and Craft Market in partnership with the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Suzu Jewelry, God's Time Handicraft, W.E.B. Du Bois Memorial Center, African American Association of Ghana, Electric Global Ghana, La Dadekotopon Municipal Assembly, and Hangal GH. Check out the website www.accraartandcraftmarket.com. Let's get into our drive chat, proudly brought to you by MTN. This is for you, the boss lady, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman, building her business one bold step at a time. MTN sees you, and we're cheering you on every step of the way. And that's why we created MTN Ejumapa just for you. It's more than a bundle, it's your new business bestie. With special data and call bundles, you stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow. But wait, there's more. MTN Ejumapa also comes with insurance benefits to help protect the business you've worked so hard to build. Because we know you're not just working for today, you're building a future. It's time to level up, scale up, and shine brighter than ever. Dial *5060 hash. Grab your Ejumapa bundle and let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business. Now, Betway stepped it up to give their fans even more back with Betway rewards. Yeah, whenever you bet on sports or casino, you'll earn points that can be converted into cash. It's that easy. And the best part is that you can convert whenever you want, and you can withdraw the funds and use them to place new bets. No strings attached. To start enjoying a whole new way to get rewarded with Betway. Only at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. And regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Betway. Get way more. You know, the joy of every parent is to see their child grow to become more intelligent and physically fit. To achieve this desire, every parent needs to ensure that their children are given nutritious foods that have the essential nutrients which can promote their well-being. One of the best of such foods is Vitamilk soy milk drink. Made from whole grain soybean, which is a good source of plant protein and is enriched with omega-3, 6, and 9, calcium, and essential nutrients and multivitamins. Recommended for healthy living. Vitamilk has no artificial coloring, no artificial flavorings, and no preservatives. So choose Vitamilk Champ for your children. Vitamilk is indeed a nutritious beverage that feels good anywhere, anytime. Well, this weekend, make time and experience the ultimate waterfront getaway at Aqua Safari. Yeah, you get to relax in style and comfort and let the soothing sounds of nature rejuvenate your soul. Yeah, come visit the best resort in Ghana. From luxurious rooms and suites to exciting water sports and outdoor activities, the stay packages are designed to provide you with an unforgettable experience at the serene bank of the Revolta River at Bigada. So whether you're looking for a vacation destination or that perfect riverfront venue for your conference, your only option is Aqua Safari. You can call 0800-110-190 or 0540-110-190. Dr. Yaw Osafo is the CEO of Medicas Hospital, East Legon Hills, and Mampong Equipment. He's back. Hello, dog.
Lexus Bill.
Yes, sir. How are
Yo,
you?
yo.
How have you been, man?
It's been 2 weeks away from one of my favorite spots in the country.
And somehow we miss you. Like,
I miss
it's
you
just
too.
2 weeks and it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you.
Yeah. Quite the same here. I love being here on Wednesdays.
I'm happy you're here.
And, well, we had good reasons why I couldn't be here 2 weeks ago.
Right.
The Black Stars made all of us proud. And we're all dusting of our passports and joining queues.
Heading to...
Trump shouldn't worry. There are two other options.
But
there's Acapulco.
That's right. And then there's Ontario.
That side is what.
Which side are you looking at?
Oh, Acapulco.
Oh, yeah? Why?
That's why. If you know, you know.
You have to explain with diagrams.
Oh, ask FIFA, why did they choose Mexico? Fentio is also interested in that location.
Oh, is it?
Fentio is also interested in that location.
But why Mexico? Why are you guys keen on going to Mexico?
Well, we watch Mexican soaps.
Uh-huh.
So we just want to see how they do the production.
You want to go and use the soap to bath.
I want to use the soap to bath and see what went into the soap.
Anyway.
So it's good. And then also this week to Manu, we are, I saw Daniel Cranton today. The way he was walking, I could see a lot of things have changed. So.
Look, Moon Jaya, and we beat Liverpool, and we beat Liverpool.
Can you win yache? It's okay. Now we can start. So today's show it's all full of excitement and energy, So
I'm happy.
I'm greeting all the Man U fans.
Yes.
And you should send me messages.
Dr.
So, today is Man U, the Man U version of the.
When they ship Man U this weekend, we will be here. We will talk about it too. When you come.
Right. So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about cancer. Well, this month has been, set aside to do some education on breast cancer specifically.
Right.
But it's just one of the many cancers that we have, right?
Absolutely.
So we thought today, why don't we have a conversation about cancer and get to really understand it? I mean, from a layperson's perspective, what is really cancer? What is it?
Right. So, Kwame, thank you very much. And as you rightly pointed out, October is Cancer Awareness Month on Joy. And Kojakutuk Boatin and the team have been having great conversations with different experts. Kwame, the team that has been assembled over the past 2 weeks, we are in the third week now, educating Ghanaians and providing unadulterated information about cancer has just been wonderful. I think this morning, for example, we talked about cervical cancer, Professor Pong. So I decided that, okay, on the drive show, why don't we talk about cancer? Why don't we get an overview of cancer? So, Kwame, we're going to look into it because the C word, most people know about it. Most people would have heard about it. But although most people know about that word, very few people have detailed information or good information about it. So although today is going to be a bird's eye view, I would leave our listeners no doubt about what cancer is, what we can do about it, how to detect it, and also what the prognosis is.
That's great. And if you're listening in, I'd be happy if you can send in your questions early on so that doctor can respond to them as we go along. So you can just send us a WhatsApp on 055 Doc.
Right. So, Kwame, what is cancer? Again, I always want us to start and go back and do a little bit of biology to remind ourselves. So, Kwame, the human being, the basic functional unit of the human being is a cell. Every human being is an organism from the scientific point of view. We're organisms. The basic functional unit is a cell. A group of cells would come together to form a tissue. Tissues come together to form organs. Then the organs come together to form organ systems. Then the organ systems come together to form the organism.
Ah, okay. I was going to say piano.
Kwame, for you, see the GTEC for Uti, where has about a draw or
doctor title
or doctor assistant title.
Say if you organ and you piano. It's okay.
Right. So a lot of us would know different organs, liver, kidney, and all of that.
Right.
So cells, tissues would go to organs would go to organ systems, and then the organ systems will form the organism. Cancer is a generic term, or is an umbrella term for a large group of diseases, right, that can affect any part of the body. Very first information I want us to underline, any part of the body. So it can affect any part of the body. Other terms that are used to define or use in place of cancer, sometimes you'd hear doctors say malignancy. All right, malignancy. A defining feature of cancer is that there is a rapid creation of abnormal cells. And this is why I had to go back to the basic functional unit of the organism, which is the cell. Cancer is a rapid creation of abnormal cells that grow beyond their usual boundaries and which can invade adjoining parts of the body and spread to other organs. So the key feature about cancer cells is that they don't stay in one place. They are nomadic in nature. They move, they rest, then they move again. And that is why it is so difficult to handle at a certain stage. When people are on the move, it's very, very difficult to stop them. You know, the United States, with all of its, sophistication, look at how they're struggling with, immigration. Because when people are migrating, it's always very difficult to stop them. And that's exactly what the cancer cells do. They are abnormal cells. They grow beyond their usual boundaries, and they tend to invade nearby or distant organs. This invasion of nearby and distant structures or organs is what we call metastasis. And a lot of the deaths that happen because of cancer is because of this phenomenon of metastasis. So, we can have eye cancer, throat cancer, kidney cancer, liver cancer. Cancer is a term that can be applied to every organ in the body, including the skin. So skin cancer. Why that look? When we were mentioning the organs, where did your mind go?
Oh, but doc,
It's
do
okay.
you now
That's,
read
that's why
minds?
it's not okay, it's part, but we
Do you
don't
know-
usually go add.
Oh, it's part.
Yes, it's part. That's one too.
So
It's
it can be cancerous.
it can become cancerous.
Wow.
Yes. I can't also. So later on, the listeners, when we finish the show, I will tell them what you were thinking.
But wait, how do you know what I was thinking, dog? I don't understand. You read minds too.
Yeah, no, I read your mind. Who are the people who will be actually? So, Kwame, what's the scale of the problem? Let's share some statistics, and this is coming from the WHO, 2020, and these numbers represent new cases. All right, new cases, not existing ones. So, cancer is the leading cause of death worldwide. If you put all of them together,
Okay.
in 2020 alone, there were 10 million deaths
Hey.
from cancer or cancers alone. 10 million deaths in 2020.
That's half of the country. Wow.
You know, most or commonly, and in that order, number one, breast. And this is the global picture. This is not just Ghana picture. There were 2.26 million cases, followed by lung cancer, 2.21 million cases, colon cancer, the large intestine, and then the rectum, what we call colorectal, the large intestine, and then the rectum.
Okay.
1.93 million cases.
Hey.
Then we had prostate cancer. All right, 1.41 million cases. Then skin cancer, and then stomach cancer. So this is the global picture. The most common causes of cancer death, all right? So the first one was about the new cases.
Just the cases.
The new cases that were recorded. But then when it comes to cancer death, then it was lung cancer that was leading. Now I remember when we got the oncologist to talk to us last week about lung cancer affecting men, the statistics were very damning that in Ghana, the mortality rate from lung cancer amongst men was almost 100%.
Wow.
Yes. Again, due to a number of different factors, the late presentation being cardinal amongst those factors. So lung cancer globally causes a lot of deaths. Cigarette smoking, big deal. Then you have colon and rectal cancers, or colorectal cancers, liver cancer, stomach, and then breast in that order. So in terms of the deaths, and we're talking about very big numbers here. Lung cancer, 1.8 million people around the world. Each year, Kwame, last sobering fact, approximately 400,000 children develop cancer. And this is the part that really, really breaks my heart. Kwame, I'm a parent, you're a parent. You know, I sometimes I lose a lot of sleep when we have to make a diagnosis of cancer in a child. You know, because I'm just thinking what is going through the minds of parents.
Yeah.
And next week would be childhood cancer discussions on the Super Morning Show. So I encourage everybody, you know, to tune in on that.
So the thing is, do we know what actually causes cancer?
Kwame, yes and no. All right. So this morning, for example, when we were having a conversation about cervical cancer, it was one of those things where we know to a large extent, 80 to 85% of the time, we know it is caused by human papilloma virus. So, I mean, there are some viruses or there are some infectious agents that can lead to the development of cancer. The no part of my answer has to do with, although we don't have the specifics, we know that genes play a role. In some instances, for example, breast cancer, then we know about the BRCA gene, the BRCA gene 1 and 2, all right, being a cause. So we know, unfortunately, genes, the coding system for how our cells should grow, how fast they should grow, when they should stop growing, when they should die. All these things are programs. We call them genetic codes. There are genes that stimulate cells to grow, and then there are genes that also prevent growth. All right? And Kwame, if the genes that should prevent growth, something happens, a mutation, then it means you disrupt that code. So that stop code, if it is not there, then things continue to grow. And that is why we say cancer typically is disorderly growth or the creation of abnormal cells. Okay, so that's where the genetics, you know, comes in. However, we believe there are also environmental factors that also play a role. But most importantly, It is the interaction between the genetic factors and the environmental factors that leads to the development of cancers. And I'll flesh it up here. There are physical agents, all right, that can lead to the development of cancer. So, for example, ionizing radiation, all right, can create havoc with your DNA and lead to these changes in gene behavior. So ionizing radiation, for example, we're talking about X-rays. So particularly those who work in those kinds of environments in the hospitals. So if you come to Medicas Hospital, for example, we have an X-ray department. And when we were constructing the X-ray department, I think you were there, so you had some insight about the type of concrete work that we had to do to contain radiation within that building, so that it doesn't escape and go outside. Those who work in that unit also have to take certain precautions, lead aprons, work behind lead windows. We've got a lead door. These are all supposed to trap radiation. So if you work in an environment where ionizing radiation, you're exposed to ionizing radiation without adequate protection, then you may, over the period, be at risk of developing that.
Okay.
We also have chemical agents that can also do that. Commonly, alcohol and then tobacco can do that. And that is why lung cancer is very, very, very high and prevalent in certain jurisdictions where smoking is very, very common. Unfortunately, as a physician, I'm very worried seeing a certain culture creeping in. And it is with something that people think is not harmful. Shisha.
Oh, the hookah.
Yes. All right. A lot of people trivialize, think it's nothing. Because I don't know whether it's the flavor. They put all sorts of banana flavor, pineapple flavor, and all of those things. So people think it's harmless. But Kwame, in that pot is tobacco. And the scientific evidence about tobacco and its linkages with cancer, ebusu, it abounds. There's a lot of evidence that. So that is a good example of a chemical that can actually do that. And then I've talked about the infections, typically human papilloma virus. Kwame, you should ask yourself, why are we seeing a lot of throat cancers in relatively young men and mouth cancers?
Mouth cancer and throat cancer?
Yes, from human papilloma virus.
And skizzles.
Should we call Philip to come and explain?
Yes.
Please, where is Philip?
Anita, doctor of anubomscology.
Anubomscology. Or PhD. G-Tech. They should come and look. Bro, this one, G-Tech, they don't need to examine. I can vouch.
Oh, you can.
Oh, I can. Okay. They should relax. This one, it is within my powers to be able to assess his qualifications. Right. So again, harmful sexual practices, all right, is making us see some of these things in areas that you would ordinarily not see. So Kwame, these are some of the risk factors that lead to the development of cancers.
Wow.
And some of Kwame, I missed one or two that I'd like to add. Okay. The alcohol consumption.
Yeah.
All right. And many times you and I have discussed, there's the unhealthy use, of alcohol. But then there's also unhealthy diet. When we talk about unhealthy diet, we're talking about too much processed or too many processed foods. All right. Processed foods. All right. Processed foods tend to have a lot of salt. And then also consumption of a lot of sugary, stuff. So processed foods, high salt content, and we are seeing stomach cancers because of the change in dietary habits. We're seeing a growing number, of that. Physical inactivity has also been, put down as a risk factor, and then air pollution. Okay. All right.
This is quite interesting, but I think that ultimately we want to know what steps we can take to prevent or reduce our risk of developing cancer.
Right. So risk reduction, and that's exactly what how I want people to see this, not to prevent it, but how can we reduce our risk. Point number one: don't smoke. Smoking is such a bad thing. I'm not going to polish it or dress it up. No, smoking. And Kwame, by smoking tobacco, we're talking about secondhand smoking as well. So sometimes I go to the some of these restaurants or pubs, and then you see people are working there and they are smoking. Meanwhile, public smoking is banned under our Public Health Act. You cannot smoke in public places, but it's there. These shisha pots, you see them, all these places. And second-hand smoking is it's the same as the first-hand smoking. So let's avoid that. Let's maintain a healthy body weight. So Kwame, I'm happy work with Lexus is back.
Yeah.
But who is also that person who is working plenty in the NDC? Somebody's working plenty. Well, maybe you want to reduce the cancer.
I have no idea who you are talking about.
Okay. Then
let it be on record.
You don't have any idea. But I thought you people were all the working space. Eating a healthy diet, including a lot of fruits and vegetables. Doing physical activity on a regular basis. Reducing alcohol consumption or not starting it at all. Get vaccinated against human papilloma virus. And Kwame, we have added the human papilloma vaccine to our program of immunization in this country.
Oh, okay.
It is for girls between 9 and 14 years.
Okay.
Free. If you've got a boy too, you can vaccinate a male child as well.
Okay.
That one you pay. But girls, free. It's free. Let's all take advantage of it.
Why is it free for the girls and not free for the
boys? The problem is usually, cervical cancer is a big problem, for females, obviously. So that's where we want to tackle. Although human papilloma virus can cause cancers in men as well, but I think the bulk of the problem is in that area. Hepatitis B virus as well. There's also vaccination for it. Thankfully, that is part of the childhood immunization. But if you're an adult, then you can also get vaccinated for that. Number 6, avoid ionizing radiation. If you work in an environment, then make sure you take all the necessary precautions. Unfortunately, sometimes I've had to go and take an x-ray, and I've had to caution the x-ray technician to observe the necessary precautions. Sometimes you take it for granted because you're not seeing the fire, the x-ray. So it's very easy. You got to make sure that the building is also properly secured against ionizing radiation. Let us minimize exposure, to pollution. Here, the government has the biggest responsibility. Vehicles on the road, air pollution, smog levels. I think some time ago we had some weather or air pollution warnings. But Kwame, the most dangerous ones are the one that happens in the households, within households. All right? Because we are using charcoal, firewood, in kitchens, traditional kitchens. And people are blowing air, to try and light the fire. It generates a lot of smoke, and all of this can be very, very, very harmful to our lungs. So, Kwame, these are some of the steps that we can take. In conclusion, I would say this: cancer mortality is reduced. That is, death from cancer is reduced when cases are detected and treated early. Okay. So, early detection is the anthem. Early detection. That's what we are pushing. And unfortunately, for that to happen, people must be aware of some of the early signs and symptoms. We must have good screening programs, and we must have good diagnostic ability. Unfortunately, a lot of the diagnostic capability, Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Tamale, finish. And samples have to be sent long distances before diagnosis is made. And these delays or these difficulties are the reasons why sometimes people don't even bother. So as a nation, we need to strengthen our diagnostic capabilities
Okay.
across board.
No, this has been good. I think I get it pretty clearly now, and I'm sure the person listening in now as well, our friend listening in, is also well educated on cancers. And we'll continue this conversation next week, certainly.
Absolutely.
There's a lot more that we need to talk about, but
Yep.
I'm sure people have questions that they might want to probably hit you up and find out some clarity, or probably come over for some screening as well.
Absolutely. So those who have questions and want to visit us, you can call us. The number is 0501 477 340. Our WhatsApp number 0501 477 340. And you can come by number 10 Kincho Street to visit our East Legon Hills branch, and we can help with screening for a variety of cancers, including cervical and prostate cancer.
This is good. Thank you, Doc. And do have a beautiful week, yeah?
Thank you.
All right. Dr. Yaw Osafo is the CEO of Medicas Hospital. It's in East Legon Hills and Mampong Ikwapim as well. And he'll be back next week. So we continue the conversation on cancers.